So then guys, later on this year, we are going to be getting some new iPhones, the iPhone 18 Pro Max, the iPhone 18 Pro, the iPhone Fold as well. But a lot of you guys are wondering, are we also going to be getting a new iPhone 18 regular, iPhone 18 normal? Well, today I want to take all the details about this, and in fact I want to tell you a total of 8 leaks and rumors that we've heard about with the iPhone 18 regular model. And in fact, let's talk about first of all the release time, because this is probably one of the biggest changes that we've actually hearing about the regular iPhone 18. If you're expecting it to come out in September, and that big thing is that we're probably not actually going to be getting the iPhone 18 this September time 2026. This will be a first for Apple not to release a regular iPhone ever since, say, the iPhone 4S around September, October time. We are not going to be getting an iPhone 18 regular. It looks like Apple are changing gear in how they're going to release iPhones. So it looks like at the end of September time or around September time, we will be getting the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max and potentially an iPhone Fold as well, the iPhone Ultra, the first foldable iPhone from Apple. That looks like it's all on schedule to come out in September time, along with Apple Watch and whatever. But the other thing is, though, is that the iPhone 18 and the iPhone 18e, well, that looks like that's going to be pushed out to around about March time in 2027. First time Apple going to do this. It looks like they're going to release other iPhones around that time. So personally, I think we're going to see the iPhone 18, the iPhone 18e, and potentially even the iPhone Air 2 coming out around March 2027. Now, why this is important, you must know, because obviously if you guys are going, oh, I'll wait out September to get an iPhone 18, I will skip over the iPhone 17 and I can just last till then. Well, just be warned that you're going to have to probably wait about a year from now or so, or just under that, to actually get your hands on the new iPhone 18 regular. So that's why this is super important to know. But then for the second big leak, if you guys are expecting, well, if they're delaying out the iPhone 18, well, they're going to change the design of it, aren't they? Well, I'm afraid not. No, they're going to keep the exact same design of the iPhone 18 as the same as the iPhone 17 model that we have right now. Why I say refer to the iPhone 17? Because do you remember the iPhone 17 regular obviously got the bigger screen, got a 6.3-inch display instead of that 6.1-inch display. It looks like Apple are going to retain that exact same design again, and obviously keeping the 2 dual cameras on the rear, obviously the same kind of material it's made out of. We're obviously still going to get the ProMotion display and things like this. And the way how it is right now, how it looks, it's basically how it's going to be for the iPhone 18. So yeah, don't expect any updates in design language for the next generation of the iPhone 18 regular. But with saying that, there might be one little thing that you might notice that's going to be slightly different this time, and that is the camera control button. That button that was first introduced for the iPhone 16 models, well, it looks like Apple are going to actually update that slightly. Now, did you know that this actual button that we have on the side for actual, capture control to do your zooming or whatever, you can slide your finger over it or do whatever with it? Well, guess what? It's actually one of Apple's most expensive components on an iPhone. It costs them a lot that if you actually break it, that it actually costs a lot to replace it right now. In fact, it's actually even more expensive than the likes of a screen replacement. It's a very expensive part that Apple have actually put into this phone. And it looks like Apple are looking to simplify it this time and make it a lot cheaper to create for them and for you guys. Obviously, if you damaged it, it's cheaper for you to replace that button. So that's one thing that might change in how that looks. It might look a little bit different this time around. So yeah, that's one thing I would actually put as a little thing just out there with the design language. Now, the next question you're going to ask is, obviously, if it's cheaper to make that part, are they going to pass down that cost savings to us? No, they probably won't. So yeah, just be aware of that too. But at least there is also some good news though for the 4th big upgrade we've heard about, and that is that front-facing camera that also just recently got upgraded to that new kind of 18 megapixel one, the way you can use it landscape, portrait. It's really cool, really great front-facing camera. Well, it looks like Apple are looking to update it already with a new 24 megapixel sensor on the very front of all of the iPhone 18 models, and that does include obviously the iPhone 18 regular. So that means your pictures are probably going to be even sharper, the focal length, the aperture, all of that kind of good stuff is going to be even better this time around. And as you can imagine, yes, it will work exactly the same way. You'll be able to rotate the actual phone, take it in portrait, or you'll be able to take it in landscape, no matter which way you're actually holding the phone and doing that selfie. So yeah, that is really great news to hear that Apple are doing an update there. So then guys, just quickly, this here is Chat LLM Abacus.ai, and what makes this different is that it's basically all the top AI models in one place instead of paying separately for ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, DeepSeek, and loads more. And they're all here inside one dashboard. But here's the clever bit. They built something called Root LLM, which automatically picks the best model for your prompts. So you don't even have to think about which AI to use. It just roots it for you. Now, it doesn't just stop at text. You've got an AI image generation with models like Nano Banana Pro and Flux. You've got AI video generation with Sora 2 and Kling 3.0. You can literally generate videos inside the same platform. You can even create, say, full professional PowerPoint presentations with deep research done for you. There's also a humanized tool that helps rewrite AI text so it sounds more natural and avoids AI detectors. And then there's the big one, Abacus AI Deep Agent. This thing actually can build full apps, website, mobile apps, AI agents, even other AI tool. And it's basically like having a developer sitting next to you. And this is the best thing. All of this just costs $10 a month, and that's cheaper than subscribing to all these models separately. So if you want to check it out, head over to chatllmabacus.ai or click the link in the description and the pinned comment. Because honestly, if you're using AI daily, this is a really smart way to do it. So moving on from this then, another update Apple are looking to do is update the chip inside of the iPhone 18 regular. This one's kind of a given. We've actually been told we're going to get an iPhone A20 chip this time. So it's going to be an A20 regular chip. It won't be the Pro chip. That will be for earlier in September this year in 2026. We will get an A20 regular. And most likely, again, it will be made out of a 6-core CPU, 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, and again it will probably have the likes of a 5-core GPU inside too. So that's going to be really good news to hear. But the big difference is that we've been hearing it's going to be made on a new 2 nanometer stack process. How this chip's going to be made, it's going to be completely made differently to how Apple have been making their previous chips. Now, why this is going to be a good thing is that efficiencies are probably going to actually go up quite a lot, and that means then that obviously battery life is probably also going to increase on this phone with that. And I'll get onto that a little bit later on with another leak what we've got, but the main thing is that the new A20 is probably going to be faster and more efficient than what we have even right now with the regular A19 chip. But after this, for the 6th big leak we've heard about, and that is to do with RAM with this phone. So right now, the iPhone 17 regular still only has 8 GB of RAM, but we've been hearing that the A20 is going to be paired up with 12 GB of RAM this time around. So that's going to be really good news to hear that we're actually going to get the likes of that put inside of this phone. So 12 GB of RAM this time, just like the iPhone 17 Pro models and the iPhone Air has 12 gigs. This will get 12 GB of RAM too. So this definitely helps out with future proofing with updates and things like that, storing things in kind of the local RAM. That's going to be really, really good to actually have that upgrade this time. But then after this, for the 7th big upgrade, remember I was talking about those efficiencies to help out with battery life? Well, it's looking likely that Apple are actually going to put the likes of a C2 chip inside of this phone, and potentially also a new N2 chip, or at least the N1 chip at the very least. But the C2 chip is super important because having that is going to be a custom made communication chip built from the ground up, a modem that Apple are making right now, just like the C1 and the C1X, that will go into this phone. Remember, the iPhone 18 regular, or the iPhone 17 regular I should say, doesn't actually have that. It still has one made by Qualcomm, but this is going to be one that Apple are going to make, and one of the big advantages of it is going to be far more efficient than we have right now. But the other big advantage is also it looks like it potentially have satellite connectivity. So this means if you're in the middle of nowhere, you should be able to still get a connection to actually do simple things like iMessage messages to your friends and family via satellite. You might be able to browse a web page page or something like this, you might be able to even stream music, but I wouldn't expect you at this stage, because it's still going to be very early, to stream 4K videos onto your phone or anything like that, or be able to play multiplayer gaming. I don't think it's going to be capable of that. It's just going to be simpler kind of tasks like web browsing, sending a message. You get the idea here. That is what probably be able as an option, but it's going to be really cool that you could be anywhere and get that connection as long as you're connected to a satellite. So that's going to be really awesome to see. But then finally, for the 8th big leak we've heard about for this phone, and that's all to do with Dynamic Island. Now, Dynamic Island was first introduced to the likes of the iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max, and it's basically stayed the exact same size ever since then. But we've been hearing that the likes of Face ID, that parts of the sensor might be able to be hidden away underneath the actual screen this time round, and with that, it means that the actual Dynamic Island is going to be a little bit smaller. Don't expect a hole punch, it's just going to be a smaller kind of pill shape, smaller than we've had ever since the iPhone 14 Pros all the way up to where we are right now, including the regular iPhone 17. So the iPhone 18 could actually have a smaller dynamic island. So that's quite interesting to note that one too. But on that note as well, guys, that is everything we've been hearing for the regular iPhone 18. Are you excited for it? Are you disappointed that you might have to wait out till, March next year or April 2027? Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And on that note as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, when you hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.